Okay, welcome back to Feel a Little Bit. This is going to be probably the most serious video. I really hope the most serious video I'll ever do. I never want to do this type of video again. Anyway, my dog Gucci is here with me. You may hear him in the background. He's always breathing hard like he really wants to be on the screen, but I debated all day about doing this video. And the only reason I'm doing it is because she would want me to, which is the person this video is really dedicated to. And she's actually like my #1 fan. So I'm going to make it short. You ever had a friend? I've had this friend since I was 12. And I remember I was going on 12 to 13 and she had a birthday party. That's how I remember it so clearly. And it was my first party my mom let me go to by myself, only because her grandmother was there, and her grandmother was more stricter than my mother. So my mother felt safe, with me going there. And she liked, my friend as well. So we became friends then. And we would miss years in between, going to college, getting married. We would lose touch, but somehow we would always end up moving to the same cities. And this is pre-Facebook. We would find each other like in a grocery store or something, like, is that you? So that's, how it has been. We just had this different kind of relationship. And with you wanted somebody to call when stuff was crazy, or you was about to do something you really, you don't want to do or think you shouldn't do, you would call her and she would be like, I don't think you should do it, but come pick me up, I'm going to go with you. And I would do the same thing. I don't think that's legal. I don't think that's the right thing to do, but make this your last time. I'm going to drive you. She was that type of friend. She didn't go to a lot of different things, but if you got something monumental going on, like a marriage or graduation or something, she would be there. Or like if your family is sick, because she was like a family member, because been knowing her forever. She will be there. She's going to be in the place. She may not be on time, but she's going to be there. So anyway, over the last couple of years, she had gotten sick, and actually really started off with, in my opinion, this is actually my professional opinion, it started off with depression. And I can say that because I read her medical files. I know probably 90% of her medical history. It started off really with depression, from a bad relationship, a relationship that's bad, but we remember things, we remember the good things, but it was a bad relationship. Then the death of her own mother. And she was a functioning, working person, worked in the medical field in the hospital. I mean, when I would go there for myself, she would be like my nurse, and she would make sure I had a luxury room and all the extra best food and all that. My sister went to the hospital. She was the person that came down and greeted us and checked us in, made sure we had a suite for years. So a couple of years ago when she came, to me, I saw her and I, tell something was going on. So of course I could just ask her anything. And she would just say all type of crazy stuff like, girl, please, shit, I ain't having no sex. I got a divorce. We just talk like that. So she got depressed and she got on medication for that. And then she started gaining a lot of weight. Very attractive, but she started gaining a lot of weight. And that sort of led to the overweight affected some of her bones in her body. It was so much weight that her body wasn't able, to carry it. And she, we talked about it and she knew it, and I, tried to get her to go do some walking and stuff like that. And it was just a lot happening, to her, and she wasn't able to work through it. So it went from depression to having muscle problems. So she got on medication for depression and for the physical problems. And the side effects of the medication affected one of her organs. And so the last maybe 6 months, actually, she's been going back and forth to the hospital. She would go in, she would go out. I think my mom was in the hospital for a month, and on one wing, and she was on the other. So, I would just go back and forth. But she would always, like, come out of it. And then in February, they decided that, her kidneys had completely failed as a result of the side effects of her medication, because she doesn't have any history of kidney problems, and she's never been on drugs. I don't even think she ever drank. She don't smoke. She was like, didn't do nothing unless, just nothing. She just never really did a whole lot. So it was just strange that her kidneys had failed. But I met her medical records, and I understand the side effects of pain medication and the depression medication. And she wasn't able to stop taking it. So when she ended up getting on dialysis. So I would get phone calls often. I mean, she would go in the hospital. She would text me. She send me pictures. She's also the person that would be very positive on Facebook every day. Something so positive. I'm in the hospital. She send pictures, and we know what's going on. And I would call, are you out? Are you in? Are you out? Are you in? I'm back home, girl. I'm fine. And she still, like I said, had been gaining weight. This video, she would make me do it. Because she would be like, girl, you got to do this damn video and quit being ridiculous. So anyway, this week, Monday, she texts me. I'm in the hospital. I'm like, how you doing? You want me to call you? She's like, no. I'm just resting. I'm in the doctor's care. You know, I've been throwing up a little bit. I'm fine. And that's kind of like her routine. We had another friend who worked at the same hospital. So I would kind of check in and out with him a lot to see what was going on with her because he worked there. So this is Monday. Thursday, I get a text that she's in intensive care. I'm like, intensive care? It's ridiculous. She's there for dialysis. How she end up in intensive care? So this is Thursday. I had car problems on Thursday. But I still should have just went to the hospital with car problems and that. But I said, I'm going to go when I get off work on Friday. So I got off work on Friday at about 7 o'clock. And she was dead. She had been dead for 2 hours. I called the hospital. I spelled her name, but she had a different name. And she's dead. And I am outdone. This started off as really a depression. And she's very young, very, very vibrant, very positive. Like the last person that really deserved this to me. She's dead. The point is, we all go through things. Don't go off by yourself and not talk to somebody to help you get off this medication. The FDA is probably going to be pissed at me, but you know, I don't really care or whatever. Not the FDA. One of them damn alphabet letter approving medical places. Get off the medication. I'm not going to do like a 30-day challenge. I can't do it all in 30 days. I can't lie to nobody. I'm going to do a life challenge. And I'm not going to be on any medication. I just take high blood pressure medication. I'm not going to be on any medication. I've worked out many times in my life, and I know the effects of working out. I know the adrenaline feeling. I know it increases your heart rate. It clears your mind. I know that. I'm aware. And I'm just, from this day, I work out a couple days a week, but from this day, this is my life challenge to me, and I'm going to record as much as I can, and I'm going to post it. I'm going to change my entire physical fitness life, because it will kill you. Because she basically, you know, died from the side effects of the medication. She didn't have, really, these things didn't start happening until she got on the medication. That's when she started having kidney problems. Like, that is not how it's supposed to go. Talk to somebody. And if you can't talk to anybody, take your ass outside and just start walking. Oh, I saved a message. It's not from her, but it's from another friend of mine, and we all three of us going through the same thing. And this is what's kind of been keeping me going for the day, because it had turned dark. And I thought I would play it for you guys, if I can get it to come up.
Good morning. I know you sad. I know you down. I know you depressed. And I've been there before. You know it. 2 steps from the bridge, 1 foot in the water. All the above.
Leo is crazy.
I know that was your friend, but she passed away, but I'm your friend and I'm still here. So, love you still around to love me. Okay? And that's it. There's nothing more to say. We have to be strong, and we have to love each other, and we have to get that hint that we have to take care of ourselves better, because we don't want this to happen to us. So, I'm at the track like a champ in this bitch. I have to do my 2 laps. And I love you, and be safe. And cry if you need to, but that's it. All you do, cry and pray, and we got to keep on taking care of us. Because we still here, we still in the world.
That's for my friend Leola. This video is dedicated to my friend Rosette. They say rest in heaven. I still say rest in peace.